Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
We are honored to have Chrissandra Snider here joining us. Our next guest, she's from Billings, Montana. She's a Reiki practitioner, A Handful of Health. Yes, that's the name of her company. And also her website. Go to ahandfulofhealth.com. And we're here to talk today more about the healing art of Reiki, the therapeutic massage therapy, and of course, all that our friend here has to offer. So thank you for joining us. Please introduce yourself to our listeners to start.
Hi, my name is Chrissandra, and as she just said, I'm a Reiki practitioner and a massage therapist.
And tell us a little bit about what your company has to offer.
So a handful of, at A Handful of Health, I offer Reiki, as we just discussed, which is an energy healing technique that is helpful for physical, mental, and emotional either pain or discomfort, or just to all around relax and feel good. It's just good for everything.
Uh-huh.
It can be used as a hands-on healing technique, or it can be used at a distance where the practitioner is in one place and the recipient, is in another. So, yeah. And then I also offer massage therapy, whether it's, deep tissue or good old-fashioned Swedish massage for relaxation.
Beautiful. Well, before we dive into more details about, this work that you're doing and all the services you offer, let's find out a little bit more about you. I would love to jump back to find out a little bit where you grew up and how you found, this career path. Would you mind just diving in a little bit for us?
Yeah. So I grew up in the country. I was lucky enough to grow up in the 80s and the 90s where it was before a bunch of technology, And we were always outside. I was always either on my horse riding in the woods or on my dirt bike. My family always took us camping pretty much every weekend, and it was either my horse or my motorcycle. I got to choose. So I was very lucky with how I grew up. I was raised on a farm. I lived on 120 acres in Issaquah, Washington, before we moved over to another area of Washington State, because I was originally born in Seattle, where I was raised. I just recently moved to Billings about 4 years ago, right around when the pandemic started. So, I was lucky enough to be raised in the woods and on a farm, and I think that really contributed to who I am today as a person.
Oh, yeah. I love that. And I love hearing, you mentioned your dad was a stepdad, old-fashioned type of man, right? And could you share a little bit about your mom? I know she had, worked a lot through some struggles.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so, like I said, my parents were married through the 80s and 90s. And when I was around 14, they divorced. They just kind of went their separate ways. And when my stepdad had married my mom, he was raised as more of an old-fashioned type of person to where the mother / wife stays home to tend to the household chores and to take care of the children. Because once upon a time, it was like that,
Yeah.
And instead of going to school and going to college to get your degree to pursue a career as a woman. And so my mother did that. She stayed home and she took care of us and she took care of the farm and whatever was needed around the home. And she was kind of the neighborhood healer where people would come and bring their animals to her, and she would heal their animals and help them feel better and all that. So I was raised around that. But when my parents did divorce, my mom basically had to start over. She hadn't gone to college or done anything.
Yeah.
So she had to work these dead-end jobs. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to let that happen to me because I watched her struggle so much. And she wasn't home after that once I hit my teenage years because she had to provide for us more than she had to before,
Yeah.
So I think that really set in for me, and because of that, I've grown up to be a pretty independent woman. I think a lot of people would say if you ask them. So I'm grateful for that in a way.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And now, you would say your parents, I'm assuming they're quite your mentors, right?
Yes, yeah, they have been my mentors, yeah. My parents mentored me. My mom taught me how to live off the land and survive in the woods and, things like that. She's the type of woman that can bake an apple pie on an open fire in the woods if you hand her the right tools and ingredients, So she's really a wonderful woman, and I just appreciate her that way, her rustic nature. And my dad, he's always been a hard worker. He worked so hard my whole life. And, I remember somebody telling me, I don't know if it was my who it was, my dad only missed like 3 days of high school. His entire high school, he missed 3 days in 4 years. And I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe they were just pushing me. But to me, it stood out. Like, he's always just been very committed and driven with his passions, and he's a good person, and I'm really thankful to be raised by them and my family in general. So my Aunt Diane was another wonderful mentor. She just showed us a lot of love and made sure that we had a lot of fun, and we were important to her, and that's important. Family's important,
Sure is. All right. Well, thank you for sharing all this. And if you are tuning in, don't forget ahandfulofhealth.com. We're here with Chrissandra talking about her company. And let's break it down if we can. Just go to a little specifics about, your main focus. You mentioned it's on distant Reiki and its benefits, right? So let's talk, what exactly is that, if you don't mind? And to give us some examples of what Reiki is and the benefits of it.
So Reiki is an ancient energy healing technique. It's a Japanese healing technique. Rei means universal and ki means energy, right? So in Japan, ki to them is the energetic force within the human body, right? In Chinese, I believe it's chi. They call it chi. In Eastern India, they would call it prana, right? So every culture has their name for energy, the energetic force that surrounds us. Like, they say it comes from Great Spirit. Whatever you were to believe in, that's what Reiki is. It's universal energy, and we get it from the universe. You can feel it in different ways. You can feel it with prayer. I don't know if you've sat down to pray and you feel just this wonderful warm energy that comes over you, it's kind of like that. So, but with Reiki, it's attunement. So you are attuned by another Reiki master teacher that attunes you. And these attunements are already within your body. They just need to be activated. Okay? So once they're activated, the universal energy is able to flow through you into the recipient to provide that energetic healing that flows through us.
Oh,
does that make sense?
And is it true that energy healing can help with, let alone emotional pain, but even physical pain and ailments, right?
Yes. Yes, it can. The original, so a woman named, I believe it's pronounced, forgive me if I botch this, but I believe it's Hawaii Takata. She was born in Hawaii, and that's why they named her Hawaii. She was a Japanese Hawaiian woman who came down with cancer, I believe, and she wasn't able to have surgery. This was a while ago. This was, the late 50s, I want to say, early 60s, somewhere in there. I could be wrong again. But she came down with cancer, and because of having asthma, she was not able to go under anesthesia, I believe the story goes. And so she had to find a different way to heal herself. Yeah. And she came across Reiki, which was still underground at that time in Japan because it was considered basically too woo-woo, for the basic culture to accept it. So she went to this teacher who was practicing the energy healing technique underground with other practitioners, and they did a lot of work on her. And with a lot of energy healing and a proper diet, she was able to heal the cancer within her body. So there's a lot of different, it's truly an amazing story, yeah. And there's a lot of different stories connected to Reiki where people have healed themselves and, lived a better life because of it. So it can really heal on many different levels.
Yeah, that is fascinating. What other benefits do people come to you for Reiki healing?
Well, besides physical, people will come for spiritual, whether it's to calm their mind from everyday life, which can be extremely stressful. I think that people forget that the body needs to be quiet, and they don't stop to be quiet. It's go, go, go all the time. It's a rat race. We're running around. Our heads are spinning. It's sad, So people come in just to be quiet, just so they can lay there and quiet their brain, whether they're unable to do it on their own or it's just helpful to have somebody assist in quieting their body so they can just relax and just be in that state of the nervous system, that parasystemic state where it's just quiet and peaceful.
Yeah.
Everything feels good, Yummy. It's
I
yummy.
get it. No, I understand completely. All right. Well, at this time, we have to take a quick commercial break. Would you mind sharing all the ways we can contact you, the phone number, the website, any social media pages, and then we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue the conversation about all that you have to offer.
Yeah, so you can reach me at ahandfulofhealth.com or 406-690-5777. Again, that's ahandfulofhealth.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, everyone, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more. Please don't go anywhere. Thank you.
Celebrating Bubby's 70th birthday. 7 months after her birthday. Saying I don't to more postponements, and I do to each other. That life-changing vacation? Just a little later in life. And the taste of some home cooking that's been simmering for months.
Sorry, I think this one's mine. Oh, my bad.
For all the things that you've been looking forward to getting back to, we've got a plane for that. Visit JetBlue.com for everyday low fares.
Living comfortably in your home is easier than ever with a little help from Lowe's and AARP. We share a commitment to help people make their homes ready for all of life's changes. Take advantage of helpful videos, tips, and resources to guide you and your loved ones along the way. To learn more, visit lowes.com/livablehome. U.S. only.
Are you one of the many perimenopausal women who's been told hormone replacement or medications are your only options? Are you searching for effective natural solutions tailored to your needs? I'm Melissa Tolakai, founder of Nature's Apothecary. For over a decade, I've been helping women experience a natural menopause transition. Learn more at tamingtheflames.com or call 602-632-9435.
Are you struggling to make your mark in a male-dominated industry? Are you ready to break free from limitations and unlock your true potential? I'm Lindsay Arico, founder of Fly Fearless Unlimited. We empower women to embrace their authenticity, build unshakable resilience, and lead with unstoppable confidence. Together we'll break barriers and redefine success. Schedule your complimentary discovery call by going to our website, flyfearlessunlimited.com. Let's conquer the skies and fly fearless together.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the mytuner-radio, online radio box, and simpleradio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcasts on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are excited to have our guest, Chrissandra Snider, joining us here today. She's the owner of A Handful of Health. That's right, based out of Billings, Montana. We're talking about some of her services, including benefits of Reiki and also massage. And excited to have her back here to talk more about the work she's really passionate about. And by the way, you are a certified Usui Reiki, now Raiho practitioner. Could you just share that exact term? I may be saying it wrong.
Practitioner. So, I mean, I'm certified at the master level where I work with the master symbol. Because when you're attuned to be able to practice channel Reiki, when you're attuned to be able to channel it by knowing the symbols to invoke the energy, there's levels of it. So I am considered a level 3 practitioner. The next level that I would like to do is to learn to teach so that I can teach other people and teach them how to practice Reiki on their own and on themselves and their loved ones and their pets. So that would be the next level. So yeah,
I love that part. The pets. The pets. Yes, I forgot about that. You could also do this on your pets.
Yes, very important. The pets. Yep. I have a miniature horse right now who is struggling with his stifle joints, and so I have been working with him, exercising him, but also giving him Reiki and massaging him as well to help him feel comfortable. But yes, the pets, they love it. They love Reiki. So.
Wow. Well, do you mind if we dive into a little bit more about massage therapy as well, and a little bit about the deep tissue, old-fashioned Swedish massage as well? I know that's something else you wanted to make sure we cover for today's first show.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So it's just massage. I mean, massage is really important for the body in general. I think more and more people are starting to figure that out. It's become more popular. In Seattle and Washington State, it's extremely popular. There's a massage therapist, right next to every Starbucks, right? So it's just there's a lot of them, and in Montana, it's starting to grow more and wasn't as popular, but it is starting to grow more. It is so beneficial for the body, whether you have an injury that is old, an injury that's new, or you're just sore because you have to sit in a desk for 8 hours a day, sitting in the same repetitive position, which causes neck pain, low back pain. I mean, you name it, headaches, right? Just the works. Massage can be just so good for your body. Massage is also a great opener for energy work, because some people can be a little leery of energy work. They're not really sure of it. So getting a massage can help kind of relax you and help you understand kind of your nervous system being able to be on that level, because I think a lot of people, again, we're all racing around and not letting our bodies be quiet at all. We work, we go home, we take care of the kids, we go to bed or whatever. We don't stop and give ourselves our time, whether it's a massage, meditation, or energy work. And it should be done so that your body can feel good, and be healthy. It prolongs your life. There's just a number of benefits. The list goes on and on. So massage, I definitely recommend because it's super good for the body.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you for that. And again, now you're offering, that's obviously an in-person session. But the Reiki you could do distance-wise, right?
I haven't figured that out yet, if I could send massage at a distance. I'll get there.
Well, there's some great reviews I urge everyone to look at on Google as well. Darcy says, amazing massages. That's just recently. Chrissandra's highly gifted and intuitive healer. If you go click there for the full review on Google, you could read so many of them, which speaks volumes. And did you want to talk about some of your clients and, how they've, felt after any of your sessions and give us a little insight?
So my clients, they are just so wonderful. I'm so thankful for all of them and their wonderful individual lives. They have helped me grow, and I have also helped them. There's one client in particular. She is wonderful. I originally started seeing her when I was working through an acupuncturist, And she wanted to have a baby, and so she was going through everything to keep her body happy so that she could have babies. And I just knew that she was going to have a baby. I just thought, I know it. I had a vision. I saw the baby. I don't want to, get anybody's hopes up, but I had this feeling it was going to get her wish, get what she wanted. And she did and she never had received massage until she started coming to see me and getting massage. And I think the massage, as well as the acupuncture and all the other wonderful, helpful modalities, helped her, and she was able to conceive, and not only one, but she had 2 babies. So it's so wonderful, how this kind of work can be so healing to the body, and then our body can provide what we want and what we need, So it's just wonderful stuff.
We still have 5 more minutes left in your show. Is there anything else you want to discuss? Is there any package deals or recommendations that you offer? The holidays are coming up with, how often should we have Reiki sessions, and massage sessions?
So with massage, it depends on the individual. If you have an injury, you want to be getting massage once a week for 6 months if you can to help that injury subside. I had a low back injury that I had to get under control from a horse accident, and I was getting massages twice a week for, I want to say, 6 months, and I was doing physical therapy like 4 or 5 days a week, as well as seeing the chiropractor. But I was able to get my injury under control because I stuck to it, Now for just maintenance, you just getting a massage to feel good and stay relaxed and keep up maintenance, I would say once or twice a month, if you can. At least once a month if you can. But every couple months, if your finances are tight or whatever it may be, that's what I would recommend for that. And then Reiki, same thing, once a month if you can. I do it every day, but I'm attuned to do it every day, and eventually I'll be able to teach others so they can do it every day. And then for the holidays, yes, I always offer gift certificates. They're definitely available on my website at ahandfulofhealth.com. And there are package deals on there as well. You can buy 4 massages, get the 5th one for free. Buy 4 distant Reiki treatments, get the 5th for free. Or in-person Reiki treatments. The distant treatments are wonderful because they can be sent place to another. I can be in Montana and send Reiki to someone in Texas or in Florida or even, in Sweden if I wanted to, as long as you're working the timing right. It's a wonderful thing that can be sent at a distance, so somebody can be in the comfort of their own home and not even have to leave their home to go into somebody's practice. They can just be at home and lie down on their bed if they want to and receive their treatment. So it's really a wonderful thing. I highly recommend it.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Pleasure having you here, and excited that you're on board with us and really helping so many. Give the Gift of Wellness. You can go there, get a gift certificate as well, right from the website. And again, these Reiki packages she offers. What are they? 60 minutes, 90 minutes?
Yeah. So you can either do 60 minutes or 90 minutes, depending on which package you want. So. And I don't have the prices right off the top of my head, but you can find that on my website for sure. So, yeah.
Right. One more time, tell us the website and how we can contact you.
I'm sorry?
Oh, one more time, tell us the website and how we can contact you.
You can contact me at ahandfulofhealth.com at 406-690-5777. My name is Chrissandra Snider.
Thank you so much. All right. Pleasure having you. Thanks again for being here. And to all of our listeners, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C. Take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D. Help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.